My name is Lisa Jo Rudy, and I live in West Falmouth with my family, my husband, my daughter Sara, and my son Tom. I had been doing photography as a very young person, as a teenager, doing some portraiture and some landscapes with a plain old ordinary camera, which was many, many years ago. But I really hadn't touched a camera again until I got an iPhone. And at that point, I started clicking away and found that I was really enjoying what I was doing, and found myself getting some photos printed, and at one point decided, what the heck, I'll see if I can get a photo into a show, a juried show at the Arts Center here in Falmouth, and by golly, the photograph got in. And that really sparked my enthusiasm, not surprisingly. So I started taking a couple of online courses on basic photography and editing. And from that point forward, which was about 3 or 4 years ago, I have really become very involved with iPhone photography. And that's really strictly what I do, is iPhone based. And in fact, I don't even use any of the clip-on telephoto lenses, although I may in the future. But one of the neat things about not doing so is it really gives you a very specific limit as to what you can do. It gives you some creative parameters to work with, and so that's kind of neat. What I have been doing in the last few years is really trying to hone my craft a bit. I've been in a number of shows. I've won a few prizes. But mostly what I have been doing is exploring Cape Cod, exploring the light in particular. So I have been doing photography, taking 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, exploring spots I had never seen, and taking pictures like crazy, and wound up with a huge number of photographs, many of which I thought were pretty good. And I wanted to organize a show and couldn't quite figure out how to do it. So what I did was very simply decided to do it geographically. And so that's what my show here represents, is really a visual tour of the coastline of Falmouth, Massachusetts.
So I am Sara Cook. I live in Falmouth, Massachusetts, and I go to Sturgis East in Hyannis. And the first ever photograph I've taken was in this show at Katuitt Center for the Arts called Seeing the Light. It was a picture of a lot of trees through a glass covered in lots of raindrops, and I got into a really, really hard to get into show, and that really triggered my love for photography. I also have a huge love for cats. I foster kittens all the time, which is a lot of what these photos are, different kinds of cats. I have a deep love for animals. I love them very much, so I love to photograph them at totally different angles like this one. This is my cat upside down. I thought it would be really cool to show off her eyes, so this shows it off very well. So I use the same camera as my mom's. I use an iPhone 6. She uses an iPhone 6 Plus, but I use an iPhone 6. And I am doing higher level IB art in Sturgis, and it's tough work, but it's great. One of the things that we are required to do is a photographic piece, and I might choose one of these photos as my inspiration for one of those.